day after the Cinco de Mayo. And glad you're all here. Have a nice crew. I guess we need a roll call, Candace.
Councilmember Powell,
Present.
Councilmember Nordfeld,
Here.
Mayor Larson,
I'm Mayor Olson.
Councilmember Deline,
Here.
Councilmember Beal,
Yes.
and Councilmember Steck.
Present. Excellent. It's nice to welcome, our councilman. What Powell? Thank you. You can't see him out there in the world because he's under me the camera, so I'm, grateful for his service here. For the prayer and the pledge, I turned that over to Miss Ephraim and she delegated to her attendant. So I guess the second attendant is doing the pledge and the first attendant is doing the prayer. That'd be great.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this beautiful day, and we're thankful for the opportunity to be able to meet together and just talk about the city. And please bless that we'll be able to talk about the things that we feel are important to us and be able to improve our city and where we live. And please bless that we'll be able to be kind to those around us. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. A pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. It's always nice to have pretty people do that for us. Excellent. Doesn't look like we have any public comment tonight, so we'll run right into our presentations. Our first presentation is the new Miss Ephraim presentation by Queen Douglas.
Okay, I am the outgoing Miss Ephraim, Camry Douglas, and these are my attendants.
I was first attendant Sierra Curtis.
And I'm second attendant Lexi Ogden. Thank you so much for sponsoring the pageant. It has been such an amazing year and I've enjoyed it so much. And I've made so many amazing memories and met so many incredible people in our community and the surrounding towns. And it's been such an amazing time. I was able to serve others and get to know others. And it has taught me so much about myself and just about other people. My platform this year was about dental hygiene, and I was able to focus more on kids and teaching them how to have good dental hygiene from a young age so they can develop those habits and use them for the rest of their life so they can feel confident in their smiles and in everything else they do. I was able to go to Scandinavian Days and serve there. I was also able to go to the Nightmare on Main and pass out toothbrushes there and teach kids how to take good care of their teeth. I was also able to do presentations at the elementary school and teach the kids how to take care of their teeth. I was able to do demonstrations, read them a book, and it was super fun and I loved getting to know the kids. I was also able to serve at the library and have a little presentation for kids also on how to take good care of their teeth. It was so much fun and I had such a great time. I've had so many wonderful experiences and I've enjoyed serving my community and I'll cherish the memories of it for the rest of my life. And I have loved every experience I've had. So thank you so much for sponsoring and allowing me to be able to do this for my community. And we would love for each of you to attend our pageant this Saturday. So I have tickets for all of you.
Thank you very much. Dental hygiene is your plan.
I guess so, since my dad said this.
Thanks, Kim. Thank you so much, man. Miss Ephraim did really well today at State and Castledale, so that was there. Nicely done. I think they also need somebody to help with the introductions on Saturday, right? Yeah. We have volunteers who want to do that.
I would be available and happy to do that unless someone else wants to step in.
I did it last year and it was a fiasco. He's not doing it this year. He can get back. All right, well, he's your man. You'll have to get with him and tell him what time he needs to be there and what the appropriate address is and all those kind of things. All right, perfect. All right, thanks you guys, awesome. Presentation number B, America's 250. Sherry Anderson. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm Sherry Anderson with the Chamber of Commerce. I'm the event chair. And we are going to do a 250-year celebration for the city. It's on July 25th. And we are doing it during the day. There's something else at night. We have lined up a laser tag booth and a band. And we are requesting from the city $2,500 to help us with this. $1,500 is for the laser tag booth and $1,000 for the band. And we want to partner with the city so that we can have fun things to do during the day. We have been advertising to businesses to have booths, vendor booths, and also food trucks there. And we would like to invite the royalty to come. And we would like any input from the city, anything that you would feel would be also good for us to do for this celebration.
Where are you gonna do it? Pioneer Park.
Oh. Bailey's supposed to be here and she's here to answer questions, to help me.
One question too, Sherry. I heard that there's also going to be a America's Potluck. I was thinking that was on July 5th. That's a different.
Different. We're the 25th.
So we have multiple things going on. We have things through the city, and then the chamber is also doing things complementary to what the city is doing. So
Yes.
we're appreciative for them to be doing this. And I'll just also let you know, you actually do have money set aside for donations if you so choose.
And we're asking for a donation.
Got it.
Any other questions?
Did we get some money from the state or for this?
No.
For 250? Okay. Just the ability to
Yes, to celebrate.
celebrate.
This is a big deal, 250 years. We really,
Absolutely.
I bleed red, white, and blue. This really is very, very powerful. Oh, good.
I just wanted to say too, we would really appreciate if you would help spread the word about this as well, because we want to just,
We're partnering with you.
yeah. We know that, there's not a whole lot of events in Ephraim during the summer, so we're trying to really get more events
Make this
going on
big.
here and get some more things going here. The Fairview does have the Derby that night, so we don't want to clash with that, but we want to give something here in Ephraim during the day. So, yeah, anyway. We'll stand together.
We're, yes, we're united.
So is that something we need to decide tonight, or do we?
Yeah, what do you?
That would be helpful. We kind of know whether to book these.
No.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I'll just be frank, are there other alternatives? I think laser tag sounds really fun. And is there a plan B if?
So what we were hoping to do is make it a free for people to come and do the laser tag. The other option is that they would come and they would charge. And we don't want them to charge just because we want more people to come and utilize it and start maybe possibly renting this business out because they're a new business. And so we're trying to like kind of spur their business a little bit.
That helps, and I know that it's not a competing event with the America's Potluck, but I understand that one will be a showing of the movie Pollyanna and apple pie and the park area behind the library, I believe, or possibly the Pioneer Park, but
I'm not sure the location, but we do have events scheduled.
several of
Is
them.
that the same night?
No,
No.
no.
That's
Yeah, this is
We
the-
do the event and that's the event.
Okay.
Because I'm just thinking they are kind of complimentary. That one is more sit with your family on a blanket and watch a movie. and
Yeah.
pie, and this one's just asking for time.
That was at night, we're in the day.
Yeah, and we're a little bit, we're still family friendly. We're trying to get people out, but we're also trying to support businesses and like entrepreneurial type spirits with the vendors. So, yeah.
And our focus is more the 250th anniversary.
Yeah, well, same thing, I think with
Yeah, that's great.
What is our donation budget?
We set aside 5,000 and you haven't used it yet.
this year.
So there is.
Any of it?
Even,
What other events are we gonna have to sponsor?
So our fiscal year ends at June 30th.
we haven't used any of it for this fiscal year.
Yeah, of course, all those parties.
I think that's a really good cause.
For questions, what's the name of the business, where they located, and then have you selected a band yet?
Yes, so it's the fat old professors, and I did talk to Vance this morning, and he said that he would even practice if you guys. So anyway, that was just the joke bit. And then I'm trying to think, I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of the name of the laser tag, yeah.
They're in town.
They are in Mount Pleasant. Yeah, they're just a new company that just moved here from St. George. So I think they've only been up a couple times. I think that Horseshoe Mountain has used them in their parking lot a couple times, but they're just trying to get off the ground, trying to just start a new business here. So
Is it open for other business, like you said? I think you said that, right?
Yeah.
You're buying others.
oh yeah, it's a vendor market, so anybody can set up. We're accepting.
Welcome now.
And it's not just chamber, it's anybody.
And you're not gonna charge those vendors?
We will, but it's just a small vendor fee.
What's Facebook gonna say if we hire the fat old professors in Ephraim?
Hopefully.
Yay, they'll say yay.
Yeah, those-
Hopefully not,
They'll-
things that
they'll
they
be
said
happy.
got not hired.
They said they have a lot of patriotic stuff they could do.
Born in the USA.
I'd
be in favor myself.
Well, I guess are you making a motion to? You need to make the motion, or I don't.
Do I need a motion?
Here's what you could do. If there's generalized agreement, you could give direction to staff to allocate the funds. And you don't need to take a vote, because you already voted on this when you passed the budget.
Voted on this discretionary funds for things like this, $5,000.
We usually have some young men that come and request some donations for each. Yeah.
So that'll be on our next budget. Right?
Or they may, or hit us before, you might wanna talk them into hitting this stuff. Or,
Oh, I see what you mean. They hit us up to buy them.
no, just to sponsor them. to help them.
To save a little money, we could do the fat old city council.
Oh, yeah, I think we could really get a lot of people out for that.
But I can bless your stuff with you the same.
I'll play the radio. All right.
But as a city, if we're promoting this and supporting it, are we also going to be putting out a booth of some sort? How does the city get from city get recognized for our support of this event?
You're welcome.
Newsletters.
Yeah, you're welcome to have a booth if you'd like. I mean, it's your park, so you can do whatever you would like.
How are you gonna advertise it? Because you have funds to advertise it?
Yeah, we're gonna do some advertising through both the radio and we're gonna try to do it in the newspaper too. We just are trying to get all the details before we do the advertising. That's why we're trying to hurry and get it done now so we can start getting the advertising out.
And we have some avenues that we could help with that as well.
Perfect. We want to partner with you.
Yeah.
So,
And we'll be doing these vendor events. We've got 3 of them planned for this summer and we're gonna start doing it annually. We'll have 4 of them every year. So 3 during the summer and then the Christmas one every year. So
Alright, so what's you thinking? Anybody opposed to this idea?
I think it's a pretty big deal. I think anything we can do to make it commemorative for 250 years, so.
All right, well then we'll turn the matter over to staff and they can distribute.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
You recently had your home garden show at the center. Did the county come to the table and help support that?
No.
They did not. Okay, just curious.
We would love that they would.
If they
but
would have,
didn't.
not even providing the facility, they charged you for the
They
facility.
charge us to this.
That old county.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I want. Yeah, sorry, just kidding.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You let the federal professors know that it's Ephraim City that's providing
Yes.
their funding?
Yeah, I've already mentioned that to them.
Thank you.
All right, excellent. On to number 2, consent items. Ratification of the warrant and approval of the minutes.
I move that we approve the consent items.
Second?
Anthony approved and Dennis seconded. All in favor?
Yes.
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 Any opposed? All right, study agenda. Number A, presentation by the budget officer of the tentative budget for 2027. Mr. Jones.
Okay, so you all have the tentative budget up there. It's also online, available for public review. And Brian's pulling up the impact schedule. We'll talk about that a little bit. And this is also available online. That's really all I have on part A. We've gone through budget retreat. It's changed a little bit since then. But anyway, really good. So that's really all I have on A. If there's any questions about budget or impact schedule before we get started, but like I said, we will talk about this.
Maybe just for everybody here, a description or maybe a little training. So that 16% increase. What is our current primary resident of 415,000? What do they currently pay a year?
I don't remember those numbers off the top of my head. Sorry about that. It's like 215 or 230, somewhere in there.
And that's gonna go up $26.70 per year.
Yeah, and these are estimates. We don't have final numbers from the county yet, but yeah,
So it'll go up from 230 to 256-ish.
yeah,
Okay.
essentially.
But that doesn't equal 16%, right?
So the 16% is the 427, 113 over the 368, 113.
And that's what I wanted to make sure everybody recognizes. It's not that our payments are gonna go up 16%.
Yeah, so we tell the county this is the amount of money that we want to have for the property tax revenue. And they take care of all the calculations. If your house value has gone up, you're probably gonna pay a little bit more. If your house value has gone down, you would pay less. But the amount that the city collects stays constant. So if we're done with A, I just have more information that's associated with that item B. Not to move it along if you're not ready, but we will talk more about this. Good to go?
Good to go.
Okay. So the tentative budget, I'm just gonna read this sheet here, the states changed a lot of the requirements, so we're just gonna plow through this and hopefully cover all our bases for the new requirements for truth and taxation. So the tentative budget has been prepared in accordance with Utah municipal budgeting requirements. A copy of the tentative budget will be available online through the city's website and available for public inspection at City Hall. As part of this year's budget process, the tentative budget includes a proposed property tax increase, which triggers the truth in taxation process under Utah Code Section 59-2919. Pursuant to Utah Code, I hereby state that the tentative budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027 includes a proposed property tax increase. The city is considering a property tax rate that exceeds the certified tax rate. The proposed increase is expected to generate approximately $59,000 in additional property tax revenue, representing an approximate increase of 16.03% above the estimated certified rate revenue. You can see that up on here that we have briefly mentioned here. So the additional revenue is proposed to address identified needs within city services and operations. The fire department portion of the proposed increase includes funding for a positive pressure ventilation fan, a thermal imaging camera, and 2 sets of turnout gear for firefighter safety and emergency response capability. The next one is the recreation department portion of the proposed increase includes annual maintenance funding for the skate park. As you know, we've got that skate park and the bowl. There's maintenance that's required on that, fix cracks and any shifting in the cement. So that's what that's for. Now, the Parks Department portion of the proposed increase includes funding to renew the surface on the All Abilities Park and improve drainage capacity at the Canyon View Park soccer fields. So the proposed increase would allocate approximately $25,000 to fire, $15,000 to recreation, and $19,000 to parks. The current fiscal year property tax revenue is approximately $360,000 and $613. Staff estimates approximately $7,500 in new growth revenue, resulting in an estimated certified rate revenue amount of approximately $368,000. The proposed increase would increase total property tax revenue to approximately $427,000. So the 368 that you see up there plus the 59 gets us to that 427. For an estimated primary residence valued at $415,000, the estimated impact of the proposed increase would be approximately $26.70 per year. And for a business property valued at $415,000, the estimated increase would be approximately $59.35. And you can also see that up there. And again, that last line on there, these are estimates. Once we have the final numbers from the county, we'll have the actual numbers for these that we'll use to notify the residents of, and we'll be talking more about it in future city councils. So a property tax impact schedule has been prepared as a separate document and is available for public review in accordance with state requirements, also on our website. And that's the next page, Brian. We got page 10. Oops. It's that one. Oh, no, that one. So this just breaks it out by department. The funding for each department and what that increase will be used for. So that'll be available online. So in addition to the proposed property tax increase, the tentative budget also includes proposed water and sewer rate increases, which we've talked about with the rate study that we have had done. We'll talk more about that. The proposed utility rate increases are scheduled for public hearing consideration on May 20th, so our next council meeting. The tentative budget also includes a new utility assistance program for water and sewer services. Electric utility assistance is currently available through the HEAT program. And the proposed water and sewer assistance program would expand utility assistance opportunities for residents. Additional discussion regarding the proposed utility assistance program will take place later in the meeting. The tentative budget also includes a proposed 2.75% cost of living adjustment for employees, updated insurance premium rates based on revised information received from the city's insurance providers since we had our last council budget retreat, and several additional minor budget adjustments necessary to balance the tentative budget. A public hearing will be held where members of the public will have the opportunity to comment on the proposed property tax increase before final action is taken by the city council. The public hearing is anticipated to be held during the second city council meeting in August. However, the exact date will be coordinated with the county as part of the truth and taxation scheduling process. We have to have our meeting separate from all the others in the county, and that night we can only talk about budget. So the tentative budget, proposed property tax increase, and proposed utility rate increases will continue to be available for public review prior to the scheduled public hearing and final budget adoption at the May 20th city council meeting. And that's the information I have for that, unless there's any questions about this tonight, but we will have probably 3 more meetings related to budget, truth and taxation, utility rates, all that fun stuff.
Hey, John, when was the last time we did truth and taxation that really went through?
Yeah. So we were going to do it last year. We went through the process. We missed the step and we got denied. So that did not go through last year. And then it was 2 years prior to that. So 3 years ago, I think.
Just the year before that.
The year before.
Yeah, so 2 years ago we did.
And that one was,
But that's the first time in like 18 years.
yeah. And then we only did about 15,000 that year.
Last year, even though we were increasing, the cost was actually less, isn't that correct? So.
Yeah, so the tax rate went down, even though we would have increased it.
And our goal is to not use that slip to maintain the
Well, that's,
finances so that we're not.
I mean, we can go through truth and taxation and try and keep up with inflation or things like that, but we technically can't base that off of. We want to just leave it right there.
Make a shot.
Yeah. So we need to set an amount. We need to have reasons why we're setting that amount.
Thanks.
But I understand what you're saying, yeah.
And then when will this county give us the new tax rate?
It should be pretty soon, and then we have to have it certified before June 22nd.
But depending on how the county did that, we'll go up or down a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so we're estimating that from growth, we're gonna get an additional 7,500. That could be low, that could be high, but it should be fairly reasonable, hopefully.
Spend some time over with the assessor, trying to figure out what that mill rate means actually, so.
Yeah.
Way above my pay grade. Anyone have questions?
That was it. That was it. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew when the last time that happened. Also, we start talking about utilities next month or next time too.
Yep.
So.
So is that both of your presentations or is that one of them?
That's both of them.
Thanks for your work.
Water sewer system program, Katie Witt.
A good segue. So we have been talking about the need for an increase in our water and sewer rates. So we've been talking about that for a little while. In our budget retreat, you asked that staff look into an assistance program for those who really cannot afford the rate increase. So together with John and our Esmeralda, our billing clerk and Candace, we looked at some options. So something that we think would work is a budget capped monthly credit of up to $20 per qualifying households. So as you know, the increase for water is going to be about 15, the sewer is about 5. So about $20 a month per household. So there would be the ability for individuals who are currently on the HEAT program to apply for the water assistance program. So they would just have to sign up for the HEAT program and then come show that they are signed up for HEAT. And then we would register them for the water assistance program. So some caveats, this is only for residential, it's only for primary residences. It's not for second homes, that doesn't track. Income qualified based on the HEAT program. It's up to about $20 a month water sewer credit. There's an annual application and proof of eligibility. Budget cap approved by council each year, which I'll talk to you about in just a sec. And then first come, first served basis. And we could also set up a separate hardship payment plan for people who miss the cutoff to have if they have a temporary crisis. So the amount, when we're talking about budget cap approved by the city council each year. So if we set aside $10,000 for the water, that would help 55 families. And if we set aside 3,300 for the sewer, that would also help that same 55 families. So for about $13,300, we would have coverage for families that could not afford it. We're kind of guesstimating on this. We might have to come back to you if there's excessive need. I think based on conversations with our utility billing clerk, this should probably cover it. So I just thought I'd bring these ideas to you and talk about, are there any other things that you would like to think about seeing with this? Does that cover the bases?
We're using the HEAT program as a qualifier.
Yes. Yes. Anybody who is struggling needs to be on that HEAT program. Electricity is more expensive generally than water. And so we hope that this will encourage people to sign up for the HEAT program as well.
We're using that as a qualifier.
Yes, we
We
are.
don't have anybody in the staff that's going to say yes or no.
No, we're using HEAT as the qualifier. Mhm.
This is only for Ephraim residents. though.
Only Ephraim residents.
Those who are using water outside, who are tapped to our lines.
This is Ephraim residents,
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
correct?
We have some connections that are
We do.
outside the city, and this applies only to residents.
Yes.
Does staff know generally how many households are currently on HEAT? It's just
We do not.
55, just a guess.
We are guesstimating at this point. Mhm. But we should figure out pretty soon who is on. Yep.
All right, anything else?
Thank you.
Okay.
That.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll have our city attorney pull it together and we'll bring it to next council meeting. Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right. Chief Ferguson, fire inspection ordinance.
And like the ordinance again, I think Councilman Nordville had a question on the definition of a long-term and a short-term. So they redone that as short-term being 30 days or less. Long-term would be 30 days or more. So what I'm recommending the city pass this ordinance, which will take away all the single-family homes and duplexes from the fire inspection part, and focus on short-term rentals, which are VRBOs, Airbnbs, which will be a yearly inspection still. And then we'll just go from triplexes up to large apartments and regular businesses. As we're doing it now, we'll just do away with single-family homes and the duplexes.
And owner occupied, right?
Yes.
Owner occupied. Good.
That's, you have any questions on that or?
I don't anymore.
Yeah, I think the language is better on this. So, yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Chief.
We got that part in there either. All right, that's the end of our study agenda items, action agenda. Upper Waterline bid award. Brian and Company.
So I'll go ahead and multitasking. I'll jump in here. We have Jason Brimhall online with us from Sunrise. And maybe I'll just give a little bit of intro and then I'll let Jason jump on and talk about it. So this is for the project that is our upper water line in the canyon. We're currently working on the lower water line. We got a $3 million grant from that to do that. We're currently in process on that, working on that. This project is at the top of the canyon that we're about to start this other project. We got funding from the Corps of Engineers. This is a 75% grant. We are looking at replacing the water line from the outlet of the tunnel down as far as the money will take us. We're probably at this point a couple of thousand feet of pipe to replace. We did go out to bid. We received a good turnout for the bids that we got. We had a room full of people. We had, I think it was 10 bids that we received. And Advanced Construction was the low bid. Maybe I'll let Jason jump on here. Hopefully we can get him on audio. And if not, I'll have to call him real fast. But go ahead, Jason.
All right, can you hear me?
We hear him out of this.
This one.
Can you put your microphone on that?
Where's this?
All right, keep talking for a second, Jason. We gotta find where the speaker is.
I'll just talk.
Okay.
How a volume work?
Are we good?
Yes.
That's better. Okay.
All right. Yeah, so we had 10 bids come in. The low bid was from Advanced Excavation. They are based out of Cove, Utah, which is up by Logan in northern Utah. We've done, our Cache Valley office has done quite a bit of work with them over the years. And we also looked at some of their references just to make sure they were a good outfit. They've done great work for our Cache Valley office. Their base bid was for $328,900. And then their bid alternates totaled $570,675 for a total of $899,575. With the base bid totaling $328,000, we recommend that the city award the base bid, pending occurrence from the Army Corps, and then the bid alternates could be awarded at a later date through change order.
Yeah, so I'll just jump in real fast on that, Jason.
Okay.
So we ended up designing the entire project in hopes that we could find more money. So the base bid covers the amount of funding that we have in hand currently. We are under application right now with the state of Utah to potentially we've had some preliminary conversations, we just don't have official documentation yet. Possibly get 100% grant to fund the rest of this project. So we're working on that. If we can get the funding, we're gonna do as much as we can with the funding we get. But we're gonna move forward with what we have and go forward, so.
So is that your end of your presentation?
Anything else, Jason?
I think that covers it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, as staff, we recommend awarding the bid to Advance Construction and authorize staff to proceed with the necessary paperwork and details to move forward.
That's for the 328.
Base bid 328.
How many feet
Um,
in the 328?
yeah, do you remember the
There's
say again?
It's about 2,600 feet. No, sorry, that's the bid alternate. It would be.
That's the base bid is also 2,600.
Yes.
2,600 feet for the base bid.
Yep.
So it's a mile total in the whole project. 5,200 feet roughly.
No.
My math bad? What was the spread between winning bid and the next bid?
$30,000. And the next bid was Johansson Construction.
So if we get 100% grant to finish it, how long is the pipe?
The full project is 9,000 feet.
So, yeah, okay.
All right, well, staff has recommended that we accept the bid for 328,000 and change.
When is this to be done? When we start?
Hopefully this summer is the plan. We'd like to be done wrapping up by fall for this. End of September is the goal to be completed.
What kind of pipe you put in?
This is 10-inch HDPE pipe.
Okay, so we're welding the pipe.
So we're doing it this summer, that's not gonna affect the top water, is that when it runs out?
That's what we're all gonna have to figure out as we get into this. So we started this project a couple of years ago, actually, and we're finally coming through, and the lining up of this particular summer is gonna be a challenge, but we're gonna work through that and come up with a plan of attack there.
So is that the line that came through the tunnel?
The line that came through the tunnel, this is gonna connect onto that and keep going down the hill.
Just add a couple of things to this. So the process that we've talked through is hopefully they can run the new line in parallel with the old line. And then that would take maybe a week at a time to tie it in. So we're hoping that we don't have to be out for the duration of the project. So we'll try as hard as we can to keep water in that pipe. Yep. So
I hope there's water to interfere with you.
that,
I hope there's water to interfere with you.
I hope so too.
Yeah, do you feel comfortable about the 10% spread in the bids?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
This is the first time we've used them.
Yes. Yes, and all I can go off is the results that Sunrise went through, and I think they vetted them well, so.
Good.
This is I won't say this is an easy project, but it's a little bit less complicated than the Auburndale and the Elroy.
It's kind of
Not an
steep.
advanced tech could deal with.
Kind of steep up through there.
It's not bad till you cross the creek and then start coming down from the tunnel down. There's a pretty good shelf they can run on, so.
So does the line go under the creek?
It's above the creek right now, and that's one of our main concerns is with all that deadfall up there.
Yeah.
It's an old steel
Right,
on a trestle.
on the trestle.
All it would take is just one tree to fall over and we'd be
we'd be heard.
Okay, so where's the new one go? Underneath?
Underneath.
Gonna go through the creek.
Yep. Okay, thanks you guys. When will we know more from the state as to whether or not the additional funding will be in place?
So I've spoken with some of the people from the state office. They have some leftover ARPA money that is unspent from other projects around the state. They don't know exactly how much is going to be left over until some of these projects wrap up and close out. We were told a month ago that that would be sometime around May, that they would know for sure. So we feel like we're well positioned to go after that money because they've had projects, they've had a lot of interest and they say, well, I need $2 million. And ARPA says, state says, well, we don't know if we can give you that. And I go up and I say, hey, we can take any amount that you can give us and we can take it as far, we can take it down to the penny, whatever amount you have, we can spend it. Cause we'll just keep going down the hill as far as we can. And we can stop the pipe at any time. So we feel like we're pretty well positioned for that because we already have the Corps of Engineer money. They told us there would not be a match, so this would be hopefully 100% grant. So it'd be good for that. So hopefully in the next month or so, we'll find out if we're successful with that.
All right, well, like, unless you got something else, I'm looking for a motion to accept the bid.
I make a motion that we, I'm not gonna say this right. Award the grant or award the project to Advanced Construction Excavation.
Authorize staff to prepare the paperwork as well as part of that motion.
Sure.
I'll second it with that addition.
Whatever needs to be done, Daniel. All right, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Any opposed? There is none. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Seems like every week we're doing some sort of water project. So special, Jeff. Appreciate it. Excellent. Do we have a city manager report?
Yes.
We do not. Well, with that, we have come to the conclusion of our open session and I guess we have some closed session items to do, so.
I move that we enter into closed session pursuant to the provisions of the Utah State Code, sections 52-4-205, for the purpose of discussing the character, professional competence, or physical and mental health of an individual, collective bargaining, pending or reasonably imminent litigation, purchase, exchange, or lease of real property, and the sale of real property.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Thanks all for you coming. You guys can come every week if you are. I always like crowns.